A multi-active satellite can have multiple active records for the same business key. These satellites are used to store multiple child values, and the child values do not have their own business key. Some examples are customer having multiple addresses, multiple phone numbers which are active at the same time, and these records are the descriptive attributes. Actually, this is a rare case because you don't see records without unique identifiers in relational databases, so they mostly come from denormalized data sources such as JSON or XML files. So in this case, we add an identifier as an ordering attribute which acts as a sequence number to identify the multiple values in a satellite. For example, when we look at the sample, we have a JSON source file and customer have multiple credit cards and they are all active in a given moment. In this scenario, it is obviously seen that we have a customer ID as a business key and that leads us to create a customer hub table. Then we have a customer name and credit card number as attributes. As you notice in here, for the same customer ID, we have a single customer name and multiple credit card information. So we split them into different satellites because when we put them into one single satellite, then the customer name will be repeated for different card numbers. So we don't want redundant data in our tables. So we create a satellite table for credit card information, which is pretty similar to standard satellite structure, but the difference is, as we mentioned, that we put a sequence number to identify different card numbers for the same business key, in a way for the same customer. When we look at the inside of the satellite table, we have a hash-based primary key column, which is the same for different card numbers, and the card sequence column as identifier for the different card values. In here, in addition to load timestamp and parent hash key, sequence number is also included in the primary key as well. There are also drawbacks usage of multi-active satellites. The first one is there is an order dependency of the detailed records. For example, if the order of the card numbers in the source file changes, for example, the first and second credit card information switch their positions, then whole credit card's data will be seen as data. And to solve this issue, it is possible to use the credit card number itself as the sequence number. And another challenge is when querying the multi-active satellite together with the hub, because they have a different granularity, it causes duplication of the hub records for a given time. And this leads to increased complexity in the downstream layers. In order to solve it, you can store all lines in a JSON document in one satellite record. For example, all credit card information for a specific customer will take place in one single cell instead of 3 different records. Then maybe you can then later separate them in the layer of Business Data Vault. So thank you for listening.